Listen, still your heart, because today it is not merely a word reaching your ears, but a sacred call, a whisper from the eternal that pierces the veil of the visible to reach your soul. You are not here by accident. No, you were led, drawn, like a divine magnet pulling to itself what belongs to it. For your spirit was thirsty, and heaven has chosen to respond. This is what the Spirit of God declares today. Child of light, the hour is grave, but glorious. The shakings you feel are not the end. They are the beginning. You cried out in secret. You groaned in the dark. You waited for signs, answers, proof that heaven had not forgotten you. And behold, the prophetic voice rises today to tell you, you have been seen. You are known. You have been chosen. There were seasons when you walked alone, lost among shadows, hearing only the echo of your own steps in the valley of confusion. But truly, you were never alone. For in the midst of the storm, God's eyes were upon you. You said, "Where are you, Lord?" And he replies today, "I was always beside you, even when you no longer felt my presence." Because listen, in silence, God works. In the wilderness, he speaks. And in the breaking, he shapes the carriers of his glory. You who hear these words must know, your name is written in fire, engraved in the heavens. You were not forgotten by the Most High. On the contrary, you are in the center of his gaze. This season is no accident. It is the prelude to a supernatural elevation. God says to you, I set you apart to prepare you. I hid you to equip you. And now I send you. But before the sending comes a fire. Before the crown, the cross. Before authority, the crushing. And you have walked through that fire. You have known the trial. You have passed through the dark night of the soul. You have cried tears no one saw. But every tear was a seed. And today, God says, the harvest is near. This message is not for everyone. It is for the chosen, the broken, the rejected, but never abandoned. And to you, God says even more. Prepare to walk paths you never dare to dream of. For my ways are higher than your thoughts, and my grace is more powerful than your limitations. Rise now, rise, weary soul, for divine visitation is approaching. And those who once looked down on you will witness the glory of the one who chose you. You thought you were too small, too fragile, too imperfect to be used. But God is not looking for the perfect. He is looking for the available. And you, despite the pain, remained. Despite the weight, you waited. Despite the misunderstanding, you held on to faith. And that is what heaven honors. You are a living stone, a hidden flame, a breath of God ready to ignite nations. Look now. The heavens are opening over you. What you thought was sealed forever will suddenly open, because God never forgot you. In truth, he hid you to reveal you at the perfect time. I am the one who opens doors no one can shut. And today, a spiritual door opens before you, a new season, a divine alignment, a supernatural favor. You will no longer have to force, strive, or fight in your own strength. The time of rest has come. It's time to walk in the fullness of the Spirit, without fear, without chains, without confusion. The wind of God is blowing upon you. Do you feel that breeze? It's not emotion, it's a visitation. It blows over the ashes and kindles a new fire. It blows over the barrenness and announces spiritual fruitfulness. It blows over your wounded heart and causes hope to rise. This message is a confirmation. You're not going crazy. You're not dreaming. You're discerning a transformation, invisible but powerful. And God says to you, do not look at what you lost. Look at what I am building. Everything that collapsed needed to fall. Everything that left had to go. What remains is eternal. And what I will add will bear my mark. Now listen, the silence you lived through was not absence. It was preparation. While you wept, God was planting. While you doubted, he was mapping out your path with precision. And now begins a season of revelation. You've entered a time of unveiling. What seemed like an ending was a beginning. The doors that appeared sealed were only waiting for your inner alignment. God was waiting for your heart to beat in rhythm with His. And now He whispers, "Return to me, walk with me, and I will reveal to you the hidden mysteries. You will see what others cannot see. You will go where others cannot go. Because you said, yes, even in the valley. For it is not in the noise, nor in the crowd, that God forms His prophets. It is in the shadows, in the wilderness, in humility. And there you have known thirst, waiting, the hunger for meaning. And today, heaven marks you. A new anointing rests upon you. It will not be loud, but deep, not to impress, but to heal, not to charm, but to awaken. And those who saw you fall will see you rise with a light they will not understand. This is not pride. It is grace. You are the answer to an ancient prayer. Someone, somewhere, prayed, and God formed you. You are the fruit of an unknown intercessor. And now it is your turn to pray, to act, to carry this light. For the fire that now burns in your heart is not your own. It came from on high. It traveled through centuries. It burned in the chests of prophets, in the songs of psalmists, in the silences of forgotten saints. This fire is ancient, but it is new in you. It is personal. It is sacred. It is alive. You will never be the same again. You can no longer return to the ordinary. The trivial no longer fits you. The superficial no longer feeds you, because your soul has tasted the eternal, and now you walk with open eyes. You will see God in the tears. You will hear His voice in the wind. You will recognize His hand in what once seemed chaotic, because He is never absent. He orchestrates. He aligns. He prepares. Always, you are being lifted up spiritually, not by merit, but by grace. Not by strength, but by faith. Not just for you, but for the souls tied to your mission, because your life is a bridge, a passage for others, a song for those who've lost their voice, a beacon for those drowning in the dark. And today, a new season begins. What you carried in silence will be proclaimed. What you dreamed in secret will be revealed. What you sowed in tears, you will reap in praise. But remember, stay broken before God, for it is in humility that He pours out His greatest treasures. And now, look, heaven opens over your future, not a future written with man's ink, but engraved in divine light. Every step you take, even trembling, is guided by a wisdom that surpasses your understanding. Every detour, every delay, every tear was a line in God's grand manuscript. You were never forgotten. Even when you no longer felt His presence, He was still writing your story with love. Even in the silence, He was there. And now the moment has come when heaven conspires in your favor. The doors that seemed shut begin to tremble. The walls that surrounded you begin to fall. Because the same God is your defender, your promoter, your refuge. You no longer need to fight for your place. Your place awaits you. Prepared, sanctified, prophesied. You will enter not by your name, but by His. Engrave this within you. You are the bearer of a promise, keeper of a fire, called to embody the light in the heart of darkness. So doubt no more. Look back no longer. Let the chains fall. Let the mantle of the past slip away. Walk. Yes, walk into your prophetic destiny. Heaven upholds you. Angels accompany you, and the voice of the Most High still calls you, "Come, my child, for I chose you before the foundation of the world. You are mine, you are ready, and the time has come.